Hi, I am Elf, and I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked?
No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats.
Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health.
Are you serious?
Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Hi. So, wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am— No. Oh.
Oh boy, a new TDS update. Skill tree. Let's see what they have. Is that a spawner tower buff I see? Yeah, I definitely have to try this out. And I know just the tower to use. Oh man, it's been such a long time since I've used ELF Camp. Hopefully this new skill tree update makes it a little more relevant again. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I am going to check out the new skill tree update, more so the new beefed up minion skill to see if this will make ELF Camp relevant again. ELF Camp units HP isn't the greatest, so maybe this will make it slightly better. So with the basic elf, instead of 8 HP, it now has 9 HP, not a lot, but it's still better, and considering how fast it spawns, the 1 HP increase really makes a slight impact. Moving on to the Snowball Elf, also a 1 HP increase, expected more, but it is a 12.5% HP buff, so can't say I'm surprised. Next is the Bomber Elf, which is another 1 HP increase. Seriously? Does this HP buff not do much? Now for the Guardian Elf, we finally get an HP buff above 1. Instead of 60 HP, it now has 67 HP, making it able to take down a fallen heavy zombie. Now for the Cannoneer Elf, it gets an HP buff of 2, now having 22 HP. Again, this isn't a lot, but it's something I guess. Now for the Gunner Elves, they get a 3 HP increase. Do I need to say anything at this point? Now for the Gift Bomber, we finally reached the double digits with an HP increase of 12. Not like it mattered in the first place unless you wanted to do very minor damage to bosses. Now for the only unit with a major HP change, the Ripped Elf. Instead of having 800 HP, it now has 900 plus HP. The only unit to have a major HP change. So, will this new buff make Elf Camp relevant again? No. Straight up no. These HP buffs are way too minor with only the Ripped Elf having noticeable changes. Now with that being said, what do I actually think about the update overall? It sucks. It barely does anything noticeable in my opinion. Not only that, but it costs 1.6 million.
I think it was the end of 2022 or the start of 2023 where the elf camp got its icon for skins added. As you can see, skins, but as you can see, only the default appears here, while for towers with skins that are unlockable or can be unlocked, it should show an icon. This doesn't apply to me because I have all of the skins, but for example, the Dark Frost Electric Shocker, the Classic Electric Shocker, not the Frankenstein Electric Shocker because event skins don't appear as unlockable things that you can buy. The Valentine's Electric Shocker, same difference, but certainly the Valentine's Electric Shocker, the Classic Electric Shocker, and the Dark Frost Electric Shocker would appear here before you were able to buy them or get them, have them unlocked basically. That is not the case for the Elf Camp. The Elf Camp doesn't have any skins that you can publicly see. However, you get the Scout if you were to, I don't know, get, which skin should I get? To be fair, I think I forgot which skins actually activate this. It doesn't have any ghost skins. The Valentine Scout, yes, this is the one that works. So Valentine Scout, go to Towers, go to all the way to Stats, go to Switch Tower, Starter. You can see Valentine skins have applied to all of the other towers with Valentine skins. If it doesn't have a Valentine skin, it will remain as the default. However, go to Exclusive Towers, as you can see, Elf Camp, blank. Now this is a symptom of the Elf Camp's Valentine skin because yes, it does have a Valentine skin not appearing. This is a glitch, yes, the fact that the Valentine skins appear for all of the other towers when the Scout is the one that has the Valentine skin equipped, but this does show that the Valentine skin does exist for the Elf Camp, and in fact there are 4 skins for the Electric Shocker which you can confirm through glitches, this glitch specifically, that being the Bunny Elf Camp, the Hazmat Elf Camp, and the Ghost Elf Camp. Now if this sounds familiar, it's because it is. This is the order of the Electric Shocker skins as they appear on the wiki, and as they appear on the wiki is the order that they are released in, because the Valentine's Electric Shocker skin came first, then the Bunny, then the Hazmat, then the Ghost Electric Shocker skin. Interestingly enough, the Ducky skin does not exist for the Elf Camp. I did make a video on someone making a model for it, which in my opinion, it should be added, but the Ducky Elf Camp does not exist in the game, nor does the Vigilante Elf Camp, or the Frankenstein Elf Camp, the TV Elf Camp. It is just Valentine's, Bunny, Hazmat, Ghost. We know it's the Electric Shocker because the Electric Shocker is the only combination of towers that has this combination of skins. The minigunner does come close. It has the Hazmat skin, the Ghost skin, and the Bunny skin, but it doesn't have the Valentine skin, which does confirm it is for the Electric Shocker because very few other towers have the Hazmat skin. Only the Minigunner and the Militant has it. And while the Militant does have the Hazmat skin and the Ghost skin, it doesn't have the Bunny nor the Valentine skin because its Valentine skin is the Chocolatier skin, not the same name. Now this skin was shown through exploits, but we can confirm this through the glitch that we did, and it's not an abusable glitch because what are you abusing? You're just abusing the fact that it shows up, and it is kind of a common thing, and it's not easily replicated. It's easily replicated, sorry, and I'm not injecting anything into the game, so it's fine. But as you can see, it does have 4 skins, one of them being the Ghost Elf Camp skin, which is why I'm probably going to title this video "The Elf Camp Skin is Fake" or "The Ghost Elf Camp Skin is Fake." Because while on paper they do exist, what they don't tell you is the fact that the model for it doesn't exist. As you can see here, it has no icon, but even in the preview, if you could somehow select it as a preview, it has no shadow. Well, it does have a shadow, it's just there's no model for it to actually properly shadow it. Now, it goes Valentine, Bunny, Hazmat, Ghost, again, in the same order that the Electric Shocker skins were added in. Now, what I think may have happened is that when the developers were tinkering around with the code for the game in the lobby, they may have accidentally transferred some of the skin assets for the Electric Shocker over to the Elf Camp. Bearing in mind the Electric Shocker is ELE, the next letter in the alphabet is F, which would mean the Elf Camp is the next tower along. So it could be the case where the developers, when they were like selecting a block of text and copy and pasting it over into like some Electric Shocker skin stats, whatever, they may have accidentally applied it to the Elf Camp. However, because the Elf Camp doesn't use the icons for the Electric Shocker skin, it doesn't have any icons for it, and because the skin for the model it doesn't exist, therefore there's no preview either. Therefore, while the skin was like appear in the code, there is no actual model for it. Therefore, if you were to probably place down the Ghost Elf Camp skin, it will probably break on impact purely because the skin doesn't work. Because, like I said, there is no skin for the Elf Camp, even though there is a skin for the... It's like Schrodinger's skin. If there was ever a Schrödinger skin in Tower Defense Simulator, it would be the Ghost Elf Camp, the Valentine's Elf Camp, the Hazmat Elf Camp, and the Bunny Elf Camp. Because they exist in the code, but the model doesn't exist in the code, and the icon doesn't exist in the code, and it's likely through glitches that they even appear in the database for the game. Now, will I see developers fix this issue? Probably not, purely because you can't actually get the Ghost Elf Camp, even though it says event. You can't get it. It's not like it's in crates. It's not like there's a rarity. Well, there is a rarity to it. I assume it just transfers over the rarity from the electroshocker. But there's no way to get this legitimately, and it has no use because you can't get it in the first place. I would be interested to see if a tester can give it to themselves. I believe they can give it to themselves, but I don't think that they can place it down, because if they can place it down, it'll probably glitch out. So, any testers watching that can actually do this, please let me know, because it's an interesting video. Like, I assume this is on board with the developers purely just because this is not even meant to be in the game in the first place. But that's why the Elf Camp has a skin section here, because theoretically, again, on paper, it has some skins. In reality, it has no skins. However, knowing Below Natural, I think there is a chance that he makes the skins for the Elf Camp purely based on the fact that the electroshocker skins were accidentally transferred over. The first 4 skins made for the electroshocker. It hasn't happened specifically in Tower Defense Simulator, but I think it's happened in the previous game that we've worked on. I say we as in I worked on the game. I didn't work on that game, and I still will not mention that game, but I believe Below Natural did make a skin for that game after it was like glitched out in like the update log, which mentions it, but it never existed. So there is every chance that the Elf Camp, the Ghost Elf Camp skin, is actually made, given the fact that it is now like TDS lore or something that people want the Ghost Elf Camp, even though a model of it has never existed, and the logistics to add a Ghost Elf Camp would probably be insane. Like, sure, back in the day, Below Natural could have inverted the colors for the minigunner and make it semi-transparent and call it a skin. However, nowadays, ghost skins, they are quite detailed. So something like that wouldn't fly, even though back in the day, the ghost skins were like one of the best skins according to the fan base, even though they were simple recolors and transparency toggles. You really do not need to impress the community with much. Like, you can probably add like an all yellow skin with like completely yellow, including the minigunner, instead of this schmuckums or the blue skins or the red skins that we actually have for the minigunner. But having a Ghost Elf Camp isn't as simple as like inversing the colors, making it semi-transparent, and bam, moving all the enemies to be like that. I feel like there'll be some backlash, so I don't think developers would go for that. Then again, if people want to see that and the developers want to make a quick buck, then go ahead. Then again though, how do you actually advertise the ghost skin? Because the ghost skin comes from a crate. Now I do have spare crates from codes and everything, but most people probably don't have spare crates, even if they played the Halloween 2020 event in inverted commas, or speech marks, and like the pumpkin crate is the same issue for that. I don't think it'll be incredibly fair to add the Ghost Elf Camp to the game and have it for the spooky crate. However, what could be a good thing, or what could be used, is around Halloween time, what the developers could do is possibly add it to the spooky crate and then have like a quest for the Ghost Elf Camp, or the Valentine's Elf Camp, or the Bunny Elf Camp, or the Hazmat Elf Camp. In fact, the Hazmat Elf Camp is probably one of those things where if it's added to the game, which is highly unlikely, it would be either a crate exclusive skin, so something like for the deluxe crate or the premium crate, or it'll be a mission quest. But the fact that the other skins for the Elf Camp are event skins probably means that these skins aren't going to ever be added, even if they were hypothesized, even if skins for the Elf Camp were hypothesized. But no, I'm still waiting on the Ducky Elf Camp. That is the only true skin for Tower Defense Simulator.
With the 2023 Christmas event, the Elf Camp has returned as a limited time game pass, costing 500 Robux. In this video, I'll be reviewing its stats, values, and uses, and giving my personal ranking of it to help you decide if it's worth buying. So hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get straight to it. At level 0, it costs 300 cash per place and summons elves every 15 seconds. The elves deal damage by ramming into enemies and have 8 health. At level 1, it costs a total of 450 cash and spawns elves every 12 seconds. At level 2, it costs a total of 775 cash and now also spawns snowball elves every 20 seconds. Snowball elves throw snowballs at enemies within range. They have 12 health, deal 3 damage, have a fire rate of 3.008, 18 range, and 0.99 DPS. At level 3, it costs a total of 2,275 cash and now also spawns bomber elves every 25 seconds. Bomber elves ram into enemies and upon dying create an explosion. They have 14 health, deal 35 splash damage, and have an explosion range of 16. At level 4, it costs a total of 5,775 and it spawns guardian elves instead of basic elves every 20 seconds and 2 cannoneer elves instead of snowball elves every 25 seconds. The guardian elf attacked enemies in range with its sword. It has 60 health, deals 15 damage, has has a swing rate of 0.508, 6 range, and 29.53 DPS. The Cannoneer elves shoot snowballs at enemies in range. They have 20 health, deal 4 damage, have a fire rate of 0.508, 20 range, and 7.87 DPS. But remember, it spawns 2 Cannoneers at a time, not just one. At level 5, it costs a total of 15,275 cash. It now spawns Gunner elves instead of Cannoneer elves every 25 seconds, spawns a Gift Bomber instead of Bomber elves every 50 seconds, and spawns the Ripped elf every 80 seconds. The Gunner elves shoot at enemies in range. They have 25 health, deal 6 damage, shoot in bursts of 6, have a fire rate of 0.208, a cooldown of 1, 25 range, and 16.01 DPS. They also now have the ability to shoot hidden enemies. The Gift Bomber flies over enemies, throwing bombs at those in range. It has 100 health, deals 40 splash damage, a fire rate of 2.008, 14 range, 16 explosion range, and 19.92 DPS. The Ripped elf throws giant snowballs at enemies in range, dealing splash damage. It has 800 health, deals 140 splash damage, throws every 4.008 seconds, has 40 range, 24 explosion range, and 34.93 DPS. You can place a max of 2 elf camps, which is a pretty restricted placement limit. However, each elf camp can be incredibly powerful. In a previous video of mine, I calculated that the max elf camp will on average be dealing roughly 189 damage, giving it a value of 12.37 DPS per 1k spent. That is fantastic, being one of the highest values in the game. Also, because it can deal splash damage, hit hidden enemies, and has high single target DPS, it can handle pretty much any enemy in fallen mode. Placing 2 level 0 elf camps will do great in the early game, being able to defend up until wave 7. One of the biggest negatives of this tower is its placement limit, as that restricts the max DPS you can get from it to about 378, which isn't great. However, having such an incredibly high value makes up for this, as it can be a great option for early and mid game while still being helpful in the late game. If you bring a tower to fill up the placement limit like the golden minigunner, the placement limit of the elf camp shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to give the elf camp a high A tier. Genuinely, the only issue of it is its placement limit, but it has amazing value, high DPS, and great coverage. If you have the 500 Robux, I'd highly recommend buying it. But let me know how you would rank it in the comments below. Also, hit that like button and subscribe to join Bluehead Mafia. If you want to talk to me, consider joining my Discord. There's a link in a pinned comment. I'll see you.
Hello, normal zombie. I will kill you again. I am back. Time to call Fallen King. No, please. Hello, it is I, Fallen King. Bye. Time to kill you. Ha 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 ha, loser. What is that? Whoa, I have a golden skin now. Time to go kill Fallen King. Hello, Fallen King, I am back. This is the part in every video. I die. I accept my fate. Good. Wait, what? I get to live. Yay. Never mind.
Since I got this tower, I can now test this out in Molten. Wow, it's cheap $300. Let me place it. Did it just kill 2 normals? What's up, what if I upgrade to level 2? LOL. I hate this. Wait. Maybe I should upgrade my tower to level 3. That's a good idea. Okay. Time to test this again.
A few inches later.
Oh no, the normal boss is heading to my base. True, I tried many different ways, but I don't have enough cash. I'm asked below that they can nerf elf camp level 3 price. Hey, below.
What?
Can you nerf elf camp level 3 price?
No.
Why?
The price is fine, and why do you need me to nerf it?
Because it's expensive.
It's not that expensive.
Well, why did the wave bonus say it gave me 20 cash per wave and when I am at 5 waves, it gives me 40, so nerf it?
Because you were in a mega server.
Oh. Can you nerf it?
No. And also I buffed Rocketeer, Mortarak, Electroshocker, and Golden Soldier, and also Pursuit.
Oh, that's nice. Did you buff elf camp?
No. It up and I can't buff it.
Oh, come on, below.
Well, I GTG bye.
Now below will never nerf elf camp price. Well, why can't I find a hacker in a part 2?
I also forgot to mention that I banned all hackers with my power.
Are you kidding me?
Lullaby.
Well,
finally we win the event. Yeah, after 23 times lose we win now. Now I will test elf camp is good or bad. Bye. I will test elf camp because yes.
A few moments later.
What? Why Guardian Elf very familiar.
A few moments later.
Who are you? Guardian Elf. Where is the low? In Hess house. Any last word? You
A few moments later.
Military base has just been reworked in TDS, and you should know if elf camp or military base is better. The categories we are looking at are stats, use, and performance. Let's jump right into the stats. When you place elf camp for 300 cash, it spawns boring elves that have 8 health each and spawn every 15 seconds. Level 1 lowers that spawn rate to 12 seconds for 450 cash. Level 2 is a total of 775 cash for an additional snowball elf that has 12 health and 0.99 DPS. Level 3 is 2,275 cash and now spawns bomber elves every 25 seconds that do 35 splash. Level 4 is 5,775 cash to replace the snowball elf and normal elves with British elves that have 60 health and spawn every 20 seconds, and 2 cannoneer elves every 25 seconds that do 7.87 DPS with 20 health. Then level 5 is 15,275 cash and replaces the cannoneers with gunners that do 16.1 DPS with 25 health. Level 5 also adds gift bombers that do 40 splash and ripped elves that throw snowballs with 140 splash with 800 health. Elf camp is also super laggy, which is why it has a placement limit of 2, or else it would be completely useless. This is a very good early to mid-game tower because stronger enemies will just mow every single elf down. Yes, even the Clash of Clans. Now let's look at the brand new stats for Mil Base. Military base is 400 cash to place.
Hello, I am Elf Camp. Hello, I am Military Base. What units do you spawn? Well, I spawn an assortment of vehicles, including Humvees with different armor, and at some point I mount a gun, a tank, and then finally a railgun tank. Wow, that's good. And what may your units be? Well, I spawn a ton of different elves. Elves? Yes.
He's an angry elf.
And there are some with swords, guns, some that ride in a sleigh that flies and launches bombs, and a ripped elf that is as strong as your tank. And I am so cheap, I'm comparable to a couple maxed scouts in price. Wow. Yeah. I'm still stronger. Wait 1 second. Hi, I'm Crook Boss. Hello, wait, were you spectating me and Mil Base? Yes. Assortment of vehicles. Okay, well then, what are your units? Since I don't have to say mine. Well, I spawn well-rounded crooks with pistols, that then duplicate, and then get high-powered machine guns, that are comparable to minigunners. Wow. And I'm assuming my base stats don't count. No. Okay, I'm still better though. What? You have no chance. One of my units is your entire DPS. Below.
So yeah, I actually got admin in Roblox TDS.
If you're planning on buying elf camp, don't yet, because Cryo just destroyed it. I'm telling this to you because you should be aware about the bug if you're tempted to buy it, already have it, or simply just broke and want to find a reason you shouldn't feel bad for not buying it. But why is this bug happening? Well, I bought it because I had a skill issue during the Violent Night event, so I went to use my new gang of toy makers to kill zombies. Then something very weird was happening. They were being killed by cryo. So me and my friend tested other spawn unit towers like Millbase and Crook Boss, and sure enough, they were also dying to Cryomancer. Another thing to note is Cryo's tick damage was also being applied to the units. This really doesn't make any sense why that would happen. I don't even think it happened before Elf Camp was added back as a game pass. But you know, what other tower functions just like Cryo? Pyro! That's right, your favorite arsonist doesn't kill elves. Disappointing. I tried to catch him red-handed, but it appears he doesn't hate elves, just like Jester. That's right, Jester loves elves as well. I thought his fire or poison might do something to the elves, but it seems like I was wrong. I guess Cryo is the only one that thinks elves are evil. Nah, but in all seriousness, I have no clue why this happens. Probably a misclick in the tower settings or something, so before you spend your Robux on Elf Camp, make sure that this bug is fixed. If you're using Cryo, otherwise there's no point in worrying about this at all. Also, you watched all the way through the bug recap. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Michael, don't leave me here. My house. My dog!
Tower Defense Simulator doesn't seem to be a very competitive game. You buy towers, buy skins. If you're
Prepare for Christmas event, it's coming out in 30 minutes. Yay, it was a long time without any events. It's been 30 minutes, where is the event? We need some more time to polish everything. Okay, that's fine. It was 20 minutes past planned release time. Don't worry, just give us more time. It has been an hour, where is that update? Bro, chill, we just have problems that we have to solve. You had days to solve them before release. If you knew just about anything about programming, you would understand. I don't care about that, I care about the event. Okay, we have a bug that makes your FPS drop to 0. We don't know when it will be fixed. Okay, I understand. Oh yes, the update is out, yay. Let's check out this new mode. Why am I still loading? I'm loading too. This game is trash. Okay guys, I believe I fixed the loading bug, rejoin the game. Wait a minute, it's the same as the Easter event.
I'm conquering the most American TDS challenge to date. What is our challenge?
Prepare.
Finally, I beat this stupid boss. This the most annoying boss ever. But I got the elf camp now, and this is unique tower, which is basically just military but can spawn multiple. And sadly you can put 2 of them. But it's actually quite effective.
Okay, let's see how well the elf camp does on normal mode.
I spawned under the map.
Spawned under the map, what?
Yeah, sometimes when you load into the
no.
map using matchmaking, yeah.
Reset after that.
Oh.
Okay. Might have to catch where.
The enemies get stuck for me here.
That's you. Okay, so it's that is a local issue.
Yeah.
I can see. Like the enemies get stuck. Well, the units get stuck around here, or me. So it is just client-sided. Also, I think it's a bit excessive for the amount of spawning. We're on normal mode.
Yeah.
We're on normal mode.
My fellow fellows, new update drop. Elf Camp Tower, limited time event tower. If you haven't seen my live stream, you guys should, because it's kind of funny. I just was Santa Claus and I had a Doomslayer head on. First, I want to show off the new tower because that's really cool. There's also the new season pass. I'm gonna try to earn that legit. I kind of don't want to cheat for that. And there's also tower changes: buff Devilman, buff Ranger, buff Engineer, and rebalance Accelerator, which means they nerf Accelerator. So this is new Elf Tower. It only costs $300 to place down at first, and this is new Crossroads map as well. This looks kind of funny. Anyways, here's a new UI that now finally displays at how much time is remaining until the next thing spawns. It's just that they didn't put the icon, so you don't know what is exactly spawning. It's just a default noob head. This guy just suicide runs. That's it. Ah, yes, look at them walking in pairs, dude. The dream relationship. And they died. However, the thing is that you can only place down 2 elf camps, and it's kind of reasonable considering how overpowered this can get. I did give myself a lot of cash and uncapped the towers, so this is level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and then level 5 with a big radar tower on top. That kind of looks funny. And there's a multitude of dudes that they spawn in. So we got our usual normies, but we also get Guardian Elves, which carry a sword and charge towards it and do slash damage with their tower. They also have 60 health. We also got these bomber dudes, which do a bit of splash damage. It's not too impressive, and it gets kind of crappy near this sort of zombie size. But yeah, we got snowballs as well. Pick little snowballs. They also have low range. Now there's these guys, cannoneers, which have a little handgun snowball turret thing. And then there's more powerful friends. They have the Gunner Elves, which do a little burst of snowballs and deals a lot more damage. 6 damage per shot. Got some of them going on over here as well. 25 range, by the way, they each have. So they can long shot across the map just like this. And it makes them super OP because they can keep stacking and stacking. We also have Ripped Elves, which throw a giant splash damage snowball. I think it deals around 100 damage, not too sure on that though. Despite his boxing gloves, he does not actually punch with his hands, and that's very misleading. I kind of want like that. Damn, really wanted this man to punch with his hands. And there's also the gift bomber, which throws bombs from above and deals 40 damage per bomb. I feel bad for these bomb guys, dude. They're just charging to their death. I think we kill that. Come on, elves, dude. Come on. No, elves. The gift bomber does not stop at all to shoot, by the way. You just do drive-bys, basically. As for the Ripper Elf, he does stop to do his little throwing animation, but then he keeps walking, so he can eventually suicide run himself into the horde. I went ahead and placed down 8 towers of the elf camps, and we're going to see how OP that is. Got ourselves a big tank. I'm pretty sure we can kill that. Look at all the gunner spam, man. Yep, there goes all my gunner spam. The tank just went through all of that. It's not enough gunners to kill him, holy hell. Oh yes, another tank with 5,000 health. And there we go. We are now starting to form the horde, and I'll show you guys why it's OP as hell. Now, unfortunately, Ripped Elves do not stand still, like I said earlier, so those will keep dying every now and then. Okay, guys, I did some grinding. Look at all the gunner elves I have on screen right now. They're doing a decent amount of DPS for just being spawn stuff. Look at how they decimate the Fallens. For being spawn troops, this is really impressive, man. And again, like I said, it keeps building up, dude. It does not stop. There's not a cap on these towers. That's why there's only unlimited 2, because this sounds extremely overpowered. And it is overpowered. We have so many gunners to the point where Fallens are just getting pushed back super hard. So these sword guys can actually survive too and kind of stray damage as well. They're not doing that much work though, which is kind of a shame, but they do help. You know, it's not something to be ashamed of. We have so many gunners to the point where I'm spawning this many groups of Fallens to try and keep them alive and not run to the middle and like die. Okay, they're pushing back so hard to the point where the gunners are starting to move. I gotta spam a lot of more Fallens. That's still not enough. Please, the gunner group. The gunner group is getting too far. There we go. There we go. Look how many we got going on. Oh my god, I've got spotted tanks. So many gunners to the point. Look at the tanks. And they're dying so hard. This is only with 8 elf towers. It's totally possible to get this 100% legit as a normal player. Uh-oh, they're kind of too close to the edge right there. I gotta keep a steady flow. I really hope a tank can't kill it. Okay, no, they're not dying. I think I'm starting to lag it a bit. I'm really not sure on that though. Check all the gunners, you guys. We have even more in the back now. I'm getting so much lag. Oh, there's tanks. Tanks are 4,000 up. No, my gunners! My gunners! My gunners! No! No, my gunners! Look at that! Look at the massacre! Oh no! No, my gunner spam isn't working no more! No! 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 Damn it! Oh, that sucks. But yeah, this is really good and definitely worth a buy. Plus, it's new, and this is the new boss event thing. It's pretty much the return of the Easter duck hunt thing, where you got the same sort of concept going on. You got yourself a 360 map, and you got to buy yourself plots of land to expand your base. And when you do so, you increase the amount of cash you get every single wave from this tree. It's strange that Ace Pilot is banned from. I have no idea why they ban Ace Pilot. That makes zero sense. That's honestly a very stupid move. Anyways, don't forget, you need to buy all the plots to proceed. I love using admin because I'm so cool, you guys. Wave 5, you get some funny gingerbread math. Also, for those of you wondering, towers like the ELF or the patrol tank thing, they will spawn from the center and just walk away towards their own path. Wave 9, you get yourself the snow golems with 140 health. Multiplies upon death, which means that spawns out multiple golems at once. Anyways, then we got some range boys coming out, and like I said before, they just spawn out randomly and go out to their own paths. They try to find something. The range guys are useful because they'll do damage from afar rather than just charge and die, or charge it to absolutely nothing. There's also tough cookie as well, which has 350 health. Damn. And by the way, when your friendlies go off the map, they just die. Wave 12, we now have the Ripped Elf, which is pretty much the exact same thing we have in our little elf camp thing, except that he is not our friend. He is here to hurt us. Oh yeah, there's also a little gift dudes present guys. They're pretty much the breakers, I think, and they will break down to smaller guys. And yeah, it's really cool to see them in the form of gifts. How's this man breathing when he has 0 HP? You have now these slaves with 150 health, and these are extremely annoying. I have died to this even with cheats on, but I have a lot of pursuits, so that shouldn't be an issue. Wave 20, you finally get yourself the gatekeeper. He's a nice young man with a giant key we saw in the trailer. And he does a few attacks, like throw his key around like a boomerang and stun a lot of your towers. Yeah, a few of these are stunned, but they're elf camps, and they still work in the background, so that doesn't matter. And there he is, getting absolutely blasted with a bunch of projectiles. Also, Gatekeeper can throw his key at your base and make you lose some health. If he gets a wave question mark, it's because he didn't buy out the last plot of land. See how I say he's buy all the plots? Once you go ahead and do that, then the last wave clears with Mecha Claws, and the fog is no longer there. And there is the one and only Biggie Cheese. Yeah, his first attack, he just throws out a bunch of snowballs and stuns all of your stuff. He also kills your responsive as well, which is really sad to see the Ripped Elves get pawned from goddamn snowballs. Yeah, he has a lot of health, 200,000 health. He also throws a gift box and throws out a bunch of more gift boxes to stun towers, pretty much in a 360 fashion. Pretty cool. Mecha Claws out of his gift launcher thing. That's gonna go straight to your base and make you lose 150 health, I think. Nope, 250 health, because that's fun. And guess what? He's gonna do it again. So that's pretty much 500 health lost right there. That can easily kill you. Hey guys, pro tip: please do not try to use Pursuit for your final defense. It sucks against Mecha Claws. Anyways, Mecha Claws died. Yay! There's his death animation. It looks pretty cool the way he dies, and his little head spins, and he. Wait, there you go. But yeah, this is a pretty cool event. This new tower is definitely worth it. We'll be doing some more in-depth videos about the rebalances and things like that, though. My fellow fellows, so we all know the Elf Tower, you know, it's cool, spawns in a bunch of armies, things. So hear me out. What if I just place down 100 of these towers, huh? Usually the deal is that you can only place down to elf camps, but I'm obviously not doing that. All right, time to spear on this. Okay, I just placed down 100 of these elf camps, and already we have just a giant swarm of Like I was saying, we have a giant swarm of just normal elves. They all have 8 health. 100 camps. That means that a pair of these 8 health elves spawn, and that means in total that is 1,600 damage we can do, which is not a whole lot considering look at all the dead guys just falling. And we only managed to deal about only 2/3 of his health gone. And now I'll go through the painful process of maxing out each singular tower. I should have done that when I first placed him down. That would have been smart. Enjoy the speedrun again. Oh, my fingers hurt. Ow. Ow. Anyways, yeah, I think I just did all these towers. All the elves are now maxed out, and yeah, it's getting pretty laggy. I'm getting about 50 frames per second. Let me put on 2 graphics. That did not do anything. How about 1? That made it worse. I don't know how we made it worse, but it did. Anyways, as you can see, we are just absolutely spawned when that's born. Spawn an enemy tank. Let's do 5 tanks. See how fast they plow through. Now, there's a bunch of ranged boys in the back, so we should be pawning through them pretty hard, and goddamn, this is so laggy. Oh, we killed 5 tanks that fast? That's actually kind of impressive. How about 5 tanks, but we do a fast group of like 4? Yeah, just like that. So there's 20 tanks right now on screen, and man, this is a Nintendo DS Game Boy slideshow, goddamn. I really can't tell what's going on. It's very hard to see, especially with the rocket slaves just throwing their bombs on them. Okay, there we go. What I'm trying to do is get an entire range group to stop right about here so that we can actually start doing some serious damage and spawn killing wise. Oh man, there's some great Tower Defense Simulator gameplay, you guys. I'm getting 0 frames. So we got 20 tanks in again, and please work, gunners. Wow, guys, I'm having so fun on Tower Defense Simulator. Whoa! This is not as fun as I imagined it would be, just because the sheer amount of lag is way too much. How about if I spawn in 1 Fallen King? Does that just one-shot all my stuff, or will they actually match kill the one and only Fallen King? Let's see if I'm getting 0 frames, and there goes all my hard work. So right now, we're doing about, I say, a good 4,000 DPS. Oh wait, that's actually 10,000 DPS. God damn, we're doing so much DPS that it's lagging the hell out of the game. Holy crap! Holy crap! We coming in a rage. He just slayed a bunch of our gunners right there, and I think it's about to do the Chris Brown slam down attack right now. Wait, no, he's just sort of gliding. Okay, I never seen that. I guess we're bringing the game so hard to the point where okay, there we go. We get 1 frame per 4 seconds, it looks like, and the Fallen King dies. We actually managed to kill the Fallen King. Nice. That's a real surprise. Okay, Void Reaver. Void Reaver now has 1.2 million health. They replaced both of them for 1 in a regular hardcore game mode. He still does the same stuff and things like that, and his Chris Brown slam down just killed all my stuff. Damn it. Damn, even breakers are kind of a challenge for these Guardian L's. Okay, and they're off. They're off spamming. Eventually, rocket slaves are going to start bombing, but they're also going to start ramming to the Void Reaver. Yeah, no, you can see him dying right there. So it's great that we're pretty much getting suicide bomber runs from the Flying Boys. And man, gunners are just going to work. I can't tell how much DPS we're doing because I can't tell how many frames we're getting per second, or rather, seconds per frame. Well, you guys, I really thought Tower Defense Simulator's into the update would not do this. Well, guys, judging from the every 5 seconds of frame worth we get, I can tell that we are doing a decent job right now. Can you guys hear me like spam my keyboard? Can you guys hear that? That's me moving my stuff and it's not responding. There we go. That only took 20 seconds. Okay, we just made him lose 100,000 health. That's good. I'm gonna vote no though, so we can actually see the health. Because I really only think it's lagging a lot because of particles, and you just killed all my stuff. Nice. Okay, the good thing about that, you just massacred my entire army, so now I can actually walk in the glorious 60 frames I'm supposed to be getting. The bad news is, gotta rebuild my army. 100 elf towers versus the Void Reaver. This should be able to win. Boy, I do have one DJ down, so let's say 101, but I don't think they get affected by these support towers. We just hit 500,000 health. Nice work, fellas. This is doing about 4,000 DPS, I say. Unfortunately, it's out of range for the gunners to start shooting as soon as they spawn in. They're going to walk all the way around. 420,000 health, nice. Getting 6 seconds per frame, nice. And all my stuff died. Why does he keep doing that? God damn it. Also, have you guys noticed that Rip Ls, they do 140 damage, it just hurling a giant snowball? While Motor, that hurls a giant nuclear warhead, you know, thing, does less damage. Below naturals, fine balancing. Guardian Elves at this rate are actually doing a really good job because, well, in those sort of numbers, they actually do help considerably a lot. Anyways, this is getting really bad. He has 300,000 health. We're just simply not going to be able to dish out the DPS that we desperately need because, well, there's a lot less room for elves to start spawning in and things like that, and the Void Reaver just keeps stunning that, and he can't build a good force. He keeps doing that. That's annoying as hell. 260,000 health. Come on, gunners. Come on, more gunners spawn in. Please. Please. We're not going to win. He's just charging. We are not going to win that. Nice. Nice. Put in fallen rushers. Just a huge group of them like that. And they're off. Who's going to win? The hundreds of fallen rushers I just spawned in or the mighty elf spec? Okay, I'm losing control. Oh, this is really hard to tell. I'm not going to lie. Oh, the rushers lost. That's actually kind of disappointing. Spam more. And they're off. Guardian Elves are surprisingly taking this pretty well. They may have actually stopped that rush in wow. That is really impressive. How's this guy alive? It's the last wave, so I wonder if we could just spawn kill the boss. Okay, well, that's fun. There's a molten boss. He just barely spawned. I'm not sure he's gonna be able to stun. If he's not able to stun, that's great news. Nope, he just stunned, but his stun is not as big compared to the rest of the guys. And lots of white balls just on him. Winners! Tower Defense Simulator. They had some recent updates, but I don't know, it's just not really that interesting, I guess. But what is kind of interesting is spawn towers only. So I did this back for Tower Brawls a long time ago, and I'm pretty much going to redo that exact thing, but with Tower Defense Simulator towers. There is one tower missing, that's a Z. Technically, that's in TDS, which is a mecha base, I guess, but that's not a real tower. It's only admin exclusive. I can't farm because it spawns you in cash, thanks. What the hell is Portland? This looks really weird. This map sucks. What the? I don't like this map change. What the hell, dude? It just works. Why? It was fine the way it was. Egg, I think this map is crap now. What are your thoughts?
I prefer the old one.
What the hell is this supposed to be? Some giant green trash can? This looks really strange. There's like a little silver ring right there. That looks like one of those Jingle Bell balls you put on your tree on Christmas Zoo. This looks really strange. Oh, cool. We got our first defense, elves. Thanks, Egg. I will focus on farming to get more stronger towers.
We are losing health. We're going to die.
Yeah, we lost health. This game sucks. I don't know. In fact, taking a close look at this map looks kind of boring as hell. I mean, there's just a bunch of gray here and then these weird Jingle Bell trash cans, dude. Overall, this is pretty mid, I'm not gonna lie. Nice level 3 farm. I'm rich.
I don't even have a level 2.
Poor people, right, you guys? Hey, every time I look at this farm, I just can't help but think of that one TV versus TDS meme, dude. It just spawns in every time. I placed on my first elf camp. Wow, I'm helping out so much. And I'm still farming. Bunch of rank 3s here. We got our first boss one. I mean, abnormal boss thing. Boss one's just tanking it. God damn. How's it making a snowball out of concrete? There's no snow. This looks like it's in springtime or something. There's zero snow, dude. Second elf camp. Hey, I just realized you're a content creator. Wow. And I'm a QA tester. We're special. We are better than the rest of the people watching this video right now. I got all my max out farms. See, only placed down 8. but they're all level 3. Time to invest in the more elf camps. Yeah, with just me and Egg alone, we have this many elves spawning on the field, so that is really good for value. Shadow guys. First max out farm. Mystery enemies. Below really needs to update that because now they're breakers. They're no longer mystery guys, which these are far better because RNG is not fun to deal with. That's punching through considerably compared to boss 1. Damn. Fun fact, this picture's from like 2020, I think, or 2019. This picture's really old, dude. Wow, this upgrade UI has no details in it. It's just blank text for $200. I guess I'll get ripped off for $200. Fallens, wow, wave 20. We have a lot of Humvees and stuff, so they shouldn't get through. Usually that's a huge problem for a lot of people, but here, we survived. Also, max out plus ratio. Egg, I was the first one to max on my elf camp. How does it feel to get ratioed? Nice, bro. Plus easy, plus L, plus die, plus cope, plus skill issue, plus John Roblox W, plus...
Bro, those guys are not doing any damage with those snowballs.
What do you mean they're not doing any damage? Is that snowball elf doing any damage? I think these guys are broken.
Yeah.
They are? Yeah, no, dude, they're broken. Dude, what the hell? It's like fixes, guys. We got fixed in the title, y'all. It's a good game. And no, it's not. You just destroyed the snowball elf, dude. This tower is now useless, dude. Wait, what? Okay, now they're shooting fine. That's okay. What a really strange tower update thing. I maxed all my farms. Skill issue, A-crypted. You didn't max all your farms. You still have some level 4s. Normie. Could it be me?
I only have 2 left.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I thought this was the Tyrell's boss, dude. Wow, that's like the most lowest detailed ship dock I have seen in my life, dude. They just put bricks and called it a day. They didn't put no cool crane thing for the ships. No, they just slapped that down and called it quits, dude. This map does not feel like that much of an upgrade. It feels more like a downgrade. Okay, I got $45,000. Time to like max out my military. Damn, I'm poor. Well, guys, just goes to show that skill issue, I guess. We're pretty much just spawn killing at this point. We're not really in any sort of danger or death. Glitches do punch through the elf swarm right there, but you know, they don't get that far. The snowballs don't work on fat people. This is body shaming. What the hell is CDS doing? Wow, dude.
Fat shaming in TDS.
Wow, so much for this update. It body shames? Wow. Personally, I wouldn't do that. But this game, you guys seen it right here. Proof, folks. This is proof right here.
Yeah.
Mr. Tank, come on out, Mr. Tank. There you go. I think the snowball launchers work. I really can't tell at this point. Tank died. Who the hell is a railgun tank? Oh, that's me, because I'm a boss. Where's your maxed out railgun tank? Egg, you don't have anything like that. Poor people will. Am I right, guys? Lol.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're spamming crick bosses over here. And they're both golden as well, so we're destroying them for sure. Go ahead and max out my military bases. Damn, I'm poor. Alright, y'all. Look, I got 4 maxed out military bases. Ah, damn it. Anyways, we're doing really good. As you can see, we have a full-on crowd just spawn killing the hell out of these dudes, man. Oh, the warden. I don't think that kills. It does kill. Cool. Another tank with the damn errors, dude. Yeah, this is gonna punch through and kill all of our forces. Like, yeah. RIP. At least the tank was the sacrifice to save all this crowd right here, so that's pretty good, I guess. We're gonna skip wave because we need a constant row of guys so they don't move up. We really prefer them to stay back here around this little area. Wow, that's a lot of our troops dead on the floor, but that's okay. We can replace them easily. That's 2 necromancer bosses. I think that's just gonna squish all of our stuff. Hey, Egg, you think that's a problem?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a problem right now. It's gonna be a problem for the next wave.
Fallen heroes with 5,000 health each. That is a lot of them. Fellas, we made it to the last wave. Can we defeat the one and only Fallen King? Why are you selling your farms as if that matters, dude? There he is, the one and only Fallen King. I wonder if he's gonna do that ground slam attack and just kill our stuff. No, he didn't. Cool. The issue is that we don't have our usual crowd right here. Instead, it's all spawning back in because it died from the stuff that spawned in previously. So that's gonna make this challenge a lot more harder. Yeah, Fallen Guardians with 14,000 health. We still gotta deal with all those slow bosses in the back as well, giant bosses.
Fallen King.
Yeah, it's just gonna suck up a lot of our spawn units, and we done basically 0 damage to the Fallen King. Only a bit more than 500 damage. I'm gonna start to move up some of these crick bosses over here so that we can still get some dish out some DPS, but it's not gonna be enough to do anything really game changing. Guardians are punching way too much, dude. I really don't like seeing that. Crick boss is stunned, just sell it and replace it like that. Boom's gonna do. Go ahead and do that again over here. Okay, he finally did die, but there's 3 fallen heroes with 5,000 health each that spawns in from the Fallen King himself. And again, we have done basically 0 damage. I need to go and move up my towers here. Fallen hero right there, fallen hero. For an elf, and gets spawn killed by the railgun tank with a clutch save by the tank randomly there. Yeah. You know what? There might be a chance we might win if we do this. Dude, we're not gonna win. Do you see what's going on? Yeah, dude. Look, you just spawn killed us. Dude said we're gonna win. Yeah, okay. That's kind of bad, I think, for unit towers. I mean, it was fun, but it can't win fallen mode. It should win multi-mode, but fallen mode, nope, it cannot. Skill issue, I guess, because you can't place on more than 5 tanks or something.
So the Tower Defense Simulator Discord is still private / not able to be spoken if you're not a staff member / me. The reason for this is to give the moderators a chance for a Christmas break so they don't have to work. I mean, I know Discord is like something you can do at home, but you know, let's give them a break. And I have been asked to make a video about Ducky Elf Camp. Now, I don't rest, I always work. That's just my life. I'm bored if I don't work. So, I have been asked to make a video on this. Now, you may know the Elf Camp as one of the few towers without a skin. So if you go here and into the Elf Camp, you see it has a button for a skin. It suggests that there might be some sort of exclusive skin for the Elf Camp, because it wouldn't just be here. But then again, the developer might have added it as skin enabled depending on how the codes go. However, as of right now, there is no publicly available skin for the Elf Camp. And in the past, I've investigated whether any skin submissions should be added for the Elf Camp. Now, someone has actually made a concept art for the Ducky Elf Camp. So here, this person, Elf Camp, skin Ducky, I think this person had 2 other people helping them. So actually, there are 2 things. There are custom base animations and custom unit animations. Got the Bad Piggies theme music. So I assume this is the level 0 or the base duck. Then you got upgraded to a, what is this? It's a duck with fish. How does that? I don't know what this would be for. Is this like some sort of one with a sword, like the Guardian Elf? And then this is like the Bomber Elf. This looks like, I don't know what this one is. Is this one the Bomber Elf? I don't know. Oh wait, no, this would be the equivalent to the Snowball Elf. This because it will throw fish. Okay, and then this is, I assume this one is going to be the Bomber Elf, and then this one is like the Guardian Elf, so it's short range attack. Okay, or was it? No, this one's just the Guardian Elf or something like that. Then you got a long range elf. Is there even a long? So one of the Cannoneer elves, I assume. And then no, actually, this would be the Cannoneer, and this would be the Gunner. Then this is the Guardian Elf, the chainsaw dude. Then I assume this is the Gift Bomber Elf from like the Slay, and then this is the Ripped Elf / most OP Elf, because it's got the Nerd Duck plus as some sort of Ripped Elf. But then what is it throwing as this like explosive projectile? I assume it's some sort of cannon, I think. As for the base animations, I assume that's just for, yeah, it's just a tower. So it starts off with a white duck, and then going all the way up to Mother Ducky and a duck house. That's pretty cool. So yes, I would assume, I don't know, developers would make this in-house. They'll take the concept idea and make it in-house. After all, this is a skin concept submission, and skins here aren't usually directly ported over to the game. They've had to normally be optimized for the game, and so the developers usually just recreate it from scratch with this as a concept base plate. But it does seem as if it's like a good concept skin. So yeah, these are just the concept things. So the runner duck, the archer duck, then the bomb cart duck, the devil duck, Cannoneer Duck, Devil Duck, the Cannoneer Ducks, the Balloon Bomber Duck, the Grenadier Duck, and Doom Returns. Cool. Now, as mentioned in my previous video on this, there are actually 2 previous Elf Camp submissions for the Elf Camp. We've got the Pirate Skin crate, or the Pirate Skin, which it would probably be assumed for the Pirate crate. It doesn't look that complete, but it's still a skin submission nevertheless. And then we got a more recent one called the Citizens, which are based on the citizens from Trick or Threat Town. This one looks alright. It looks fine. It looks pretty cool, and would also hold a skin to the Elf Camp, which is one of the few towers to not have a skin. I don't know, I feel like having a skin in a crate that's already in the game is probably better, just so that they don't need to add like something to the premium crate which people can't get. So that's why I think something like the Ducky skin would suit the game more, because it's like, well, if you have the tower you can go get it, but if you don't need to buy it for coins. Then again, the developers don't really make too much from crates that cost coins, and we all know that at the end of the day, it's the bottom line. And if they can't make too much money from it, they're not gonna bother. But it is a cool skin. People want it in the game. I've been asked to make a skin in the game. Apparently, a couple of more people want it. So yeah, developers, if you're watching this, because I know you watch, yeah, add some skins for the Elf Camp, including the Ducky's skin, please.
Our defense simulator is full of different and unique towers, but there's even more towers that I can bet that you've never seen.
Developers, before you ban me off the face of this earth, a community manager allowed me to talk about this, so if they haven't consulted you, I'm sorry, but I am allowed to talk about this, so don't ban me, please. Right, so this is a glitch where it reveals some things about the game that the developers probably haven't intended. So you'll notice here, I have the Scout equipped with the Fallen skin. Now, all I need to do is go into admin mode, and I need to have the admin mode game pass. I think you need to have the admin mode game pass, because to edit stats, you need the admin mode game pass. So if you go into here, and then go into stats, and then switch tower, you can see that the Scout here, it's changed its icon to Fallen, but then you also notice that all of the other towers with Fallen skins have also changed their towers to be Fallen, as you can see here. Fallen Commander, Fallen Cowboy, Fallen Medic, Fallen Militant, Fallen Warden, Fallen Minigunner, Fallen Mortar, Fallen... Oh, actually, all of the hardcore towers actually have Fallen skins, I didn't realise that. And then Fallen Sledger, yeah. However, if you try and place these down, for example, I have...
Hey, so why did you call me here? Oh, nothing. Me and Mechabase wanted to interview you. He is over there. Hey, what's up? I heard you were from the new tower which was added.
Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Homer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am... No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Homer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am... No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Homer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am... No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am Basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am Basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Bomber Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Homer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats. Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health. Are you serious? Nah, below, we need to talk. Homer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked?
No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats.
Okay. Well, I'm basically the same as you, but with less health.
Are you serious?
Nah, below, we need to talk. Bulmer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked?
No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats.
Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health.
Are you serious?
Nah, below, we need to talk. Bulmer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked?
No, it's no longer 2022. Shut up and just tell me your stats.
Okay. Well, I am basically the same as you, but with less health.
Are you serious?
Nah, below, we need to talk. Bulmer Elf, what are you doing? No way. Hello. Hi. So how much health do you have? What about you? Wow, so weak. Yay, well, at least I use my sword. Hello, I am Slay. And I am Gift Bomber. What's your health? I also have an ability where I throw gifts with bombs at enemies. Wow, well, I have 150 health and no ability, but I am flying though. You are still easy though. Hello, I am. No. Oh. Hi, Hi, I am Elf. And I am basic Elf. Anyways, I have 6 health. Oh, I have 2 more health than you. What? Okay. Hello, I am Bomber Elf. I have 40 health and an ability that when I die, I stun towers. Just a question. Who asked? No, it's no longer